Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. So this video is going to be all about how I'm packing for our kids when we go away on holiday. So not just the flight bags, it's the real deal. All of the stuff that goes in the suitcases and any little extras that I take that I think are really valuable. So if you want to see how I pack and what we take and that sort of thing for a almost 6-year-old, a 2-year-old and also a newborn, so lots of variety, and I have 2 boys and 1 girl if you're wondering, then keep watching. So what I'm going to do, instead of sitting here and like walking you through it and like doing cutaways, I'm actually going to take you downstairs to where all of our suitcases are ready and packed basically. And because I'm a silly Billy, I'm going to unpack them all and show you what's in them and just run you through everything that we're taking and why and that sort of thing. So there'll be everything from clothes and, you know, underwear, nappies, that sort of thing, to sun cream and extras and things that I think are really worth taking. So let's go downstairs and have a nosy. So I am downstairs now in our conservatory, which we laid everything out in just because it's out of the way and the kids can't mess with it too much. But these are our cases. We have gone for the trip ones. We used to borrow my parents quite a lot and we've never ever bought our own luggage before, but now we have, and these are so lovely and so durable. We got them from the sale at Debenhams, but this is the smaller kids case here, and then Stanley's things are in with mine, and Mark has a separate suitcase. But let me show you what is inside. So this is the kids suitcase. It's a lovely baby blue shade and is one of the smaller ones, and I've fitted everything that they need in comfortably. Like I said, Stanley's stuff is in with mine though, and I thought I would just show you how it's all packed together. So this bit is all for little loose items, and then obviously the clothes and everything and beach towels are in here. But before I take everything out, I thought I would show you what is in this section because there are a few little goodies that I think are really useful. So the first thing is sun cream. We're going to Mallorca and that's obviously a lot hotter than here in the UK, and we are using the Nivea Sun Kids Moisturising Sun Lotion. We get factor 50. I've got several bottles of this actually, so we're good to go. But one thing I wanted to point out is that to get a good sun cream, it doesn't really matter about the brand so much, but you want to check the UVA rating at the back here, and this is 4 out of 5 stars. Ideally like 4 or higher is the best that you can get, so look out for that when you're buying sun cream, because Aldi actually has a fantastic rating and we have a couple of bottles of that as well. Then we have a couple of treats here actually, so a few things like surprise eggs and then these little collectible toys, and these are in here ready for the flight back, so I'm all prepared for Bill and Daisy if they get bored on the plane, so that's a good thing to remember if you don't already do that. But now I'm going to get out everything and put them all into groups so I can show you exactly what's inside. So these are all of like the essential items I think that you need when you're traveling with kids. I have a laundry bag here actually that I've put all of these inside because these are really inexpensive, and then I can obviously use them again for laundry. But let me show you what I have. So first things first, I have pain relief, so I've got ibuprofen and Calpol, just because you never know what kind of situation you're going to get into on holiday. And yes, I know that other countries stock things like this, of course they do, but I want to be prepared and have it ready straight away if my kids need it. I also have some hay fever relief here, and this is suitable from 2 years upwards, and I'm taking that just in case either child gets any irritation from, you know, hay fever or any sort of skin or dust or allergy related things. This is going to help us a lot and it's always nice to have. And then also on the first aid theme, I also have some children's plasters just because they're handy and I've got them at home, so why not take them. I also have some Anbesol here for teething, so Daisy or Stanley could use this if they needed it. And then I actually have these from the last time that we went away on holiday, and we went to Mallorca back in August, and this is a homeopathic remedy for a dicky tummy basically. And Daisy had a dicky tummy when we were away last time and had sickness and diarrhea, and we used these and it actually seemed to work, and they're still in date and usable, so I thought I'd take them again just in case that happened this time around as well. Then these are Snuffle Babe nasal drops. They're just saline drops, which are really good if your baby say has a blocked nose, because obviously Stanley's still quite little and can't use too much, so I'm taking these and they will work for Bill and Daisy as well. Speaking of having a blocked nose, I'm taking the nose Frida, and it might seem like a lot of things to take, but you quite often get a cold after you've been on a plane because of like the air conditioning, and there's air conditioning in your hotel as well. So I always think this is useful to have, because there's nothing worse than having a baby that can't feed because they've got a blocked nose. So I'm taking that with me as well. So over here I have some things for Stanley's bottles, and I've got a little pot of washing up liquid that I've decanted into a little like travel container. Then I got these sterilising tablets for his cold water steriliser, and I'm taking 2 packs of those just in case. And then I also have a spare bottle brush as well. And then finally over here are just some general toiletries. So I've got the Child's Farm sensitive hair and body wash for the kids. I have decanted some of the Child's Farm sensitive moisturiser into a travel container as well, because it has a pump and I feel like it's going to get broken and leak everywhere otherwise. And then there are some toothbrushes, and they will use our toothpaste because that's higher in fluoride and things like that. So that is our essentials in terms of healthcare and looking after the kids. Oh, and did I mention Metanium for sore bums? I have a little tiny bit of this in our travel bag as well, but this is the rest of the tube. So these are just some final little bits that I wanted to share before I move on to baby Stanley's things. I picked up these 2 inflatables for $1.99 each from Aldi, and they are little rings, and we've got a stingray and a frog, and they can share them between us, but they are so inexpensive and really quite small and light. So I thought that would do us at least for the first couple of days, and then when we get out and about and pick a larger inflatable, it's usually a giant crocodile, then at least like we've got them to beginning with, and then the kids aren't mithering to go and buy something straight away when we just got there and want to relax. So I got those. And then also while I was at Aldi, I picked up a pair of goggles for each of the children. Bill has some proper goggles that he wears for his swimming lessons anyway, but I didn't want them getting lost. So these were $2.99 each, and Daisy probably doesn't even need them, but anything that Bill has, Daisy needs to have. And then I can keep these aside in our suitcases for future holidays, and they are their holiday goggles basically. And then here I have a empty drinks bottle for each child. So this is Daisy's 360 Munchkin cup, and then this is Bill's Systema one that he uses for school normally. And then Daisy also has this float type contraption, so it has floaty armbands, but it also has a bit around her middle as well, and it's Minnie Mouse, who she absolutely loves, so that should encourage her to wear it. But it just means that she can be a little bit more free when she's in the splash pool. And then finally in this little bag here are some hair accessories for me and Daisy, and a few earrings for me as well. So like just little clips like this one, or headbands and bobbles, and I'm going to keep those all in there so they are nice and safe. But it's always good to have some clips and stuff and bobbles to keep the hair up when it's really hot and sweaty. And then the final thing that I forgot to mention was this, and it's actually just a pocket kite. It's really lightweight and very small, as you can see. But I just thought if the weather is a bit bad, because the forecast isn't looking too great, then this would be a key thing to like use to entertain the kids if there's a little bit of light wind, and we can go on the beach with it and stuff. So I'm packing it just in case. It might be a completely daft idea, but it's not like it's heavy. So now moving on to Stanley, this is what we're taking in terms of his food. So on the way there we have 3 bottles of ready-made formula ready to go, so that is already in the changing bag ready for our journey from Manchester to Mallorca. But then I'm also packing an extra 3 for the way back as well, just because these are way more convenient and they actually get through security, unlike taking a boiling flask of water, if you catch my drift. Now when we're actually there, we are going to use the method of using the flask of water. So we're going to have a kettle in our apartment, so we fill the flask up throughout the day and keep that with us so we can go out and about to the beach and that sort of thing, and we've always got hot water to hand. Then we have this, which is the MAM formula dispenser, and as you can see there are 3 compartments where you dispense a perfect amount of formula for your baby, so in which case it'd be 6 ounces each time for Stan. And we can take the carton of formula, fill it up with 6 ounces in each compartment, and take just these away with us and the bottles, and we can keep them by the pool and stuff, and then we don't have to keep going back up to our room every time he needs a feed. And this is going to be really handy. We're also going to be taking 3 MAM bottles and our cold water sterilizer, which is still in use at the moment, but we'll be packing that first thing before we fly, and I absolutely love that, and that's why we've got the sterilizing tablets that I showed earlier as well, and it's so much more convenient than taking anything else, trust me. Next up are nappies and changing and that kind of thing, and we're taking about 7 or 8 per day. And then we're also going to be taking 2 packs of the Mamia wipe, and then another further pack pack in our hand luggage as well, and that should be enough ideally. Now Stanley is only 11 weeks old. He'll be turning 12 weeks while we're away, and he's not exactly going to be doing loads of swimming, but when he does go in the pool, and we would love him to be able to experience that and the sea, he's going to be using this swimming vest, which keeps babies nice and safe and warm, because obviously some of the pools can be quite cold, and it also protects them from the sun because it covers quite a lot of their body, as you can tell. I bought this from Amazon on the recommendation of quite a few viewers and followers over on my Instagram page, and I'm quite confident that this is going to be a really good choice for him. And then underneath I have some Little Angel swim nappies, which are actually left over from when Daisy used to use them, so I have those just in case to put on him every time that we go, and I would say that we've got about 30 altogether, and I think that would be fine because it's not like he's going to be swimming lots and lots. So on to Stanley's clothes. The first thing I've got is a bib for every day while we're there, just because then it means his clothes can stay like smelling fresh and not full of dribble or milk when he feeds, and it just means everything's going to last that little bit longer. Then for main like wear, really what he's going to wear most of the time, like at night and stuff when we go out, are these rompers, and this is what a romper looks like. It's got like longer legs and arms, and it's kind of like a shorts and t-shirt all in one, and we have 8 of those all together, and there's a range of them from like Aldi and Next and H&M, some were Daisy's as well, and we've got plenty of those, so he's got a clean outfit for every evening when we go out. And then his only smart outfit really is this little set of tan shorts and a stripy top with little button details on. I just couldn't resist it, and that's going to be like maybe for our last night or something when he's looking extra dapper. So I've only bought one little cute outfit really, and the rest is just mainly for comfort. Then I also have one pair of shorts. He's a baby, he doesn't really need shorts, but I've got them just in case, and they will go with one of these vests. I have 7 short sleeve vests to wear, so that would be one every day really during the day, or even to sleep in at night, and I think that will be ample amounts. And there's loads of different designs here. Some are from Next, TK Maxx, there's a baby Gap one in there, and that should be plenty. And then if the evenings are a bit cool, I have 3 sleep suits, because the idea is that if he would wear them, it would be in an air-conditioned room where he's not feeding or dribbling all over them all the time, and then you can wear them like multiple times, so like wear one for 2 nights, that kind of thing. I just feel like if I pack any more, they're just going to get left and wasted, and from traveling with babies before, I'm quite confident that this is plenty for him. So the final things for Stanley are these, and I've got 2 little tubs of Mamia baby sun lotion. It's specially formulated for baby skin, and it's 50+, so very, very high in protection, and it has a really high UVA rating, as you can see as well. I'm not saying that he's going to be directly in the sun at all times, but I really do want to make sure that he's protected whatever we get up to, and you know, just to make sure that he's safe really. I will also add that he has a sun hat, but that's actually packed in our travel bag, so he's got that with him ready for when we get off the plane at any point, and hopefully that will keep him nice and protected in the sun too. And then finally, I just have a huge pile of muslins and muslin swaddles. The larger ones can be used as lightweight blankets, which are really handy in the warmer months, and then they are also really good for like mopping up sick. And with the travel wash that I brought, if any of them do get dirty, I can hand wash them in the sink and then hang them out to dry out on our balcony. So I would say I've got about 8 of these all together, along with another 3 in my changing bag, but trust me, these are so important. So now I'm moving on to Daisy's things, and the first thing that I'll show you are her swimming costumes. So these are from Primark and then also H&M, and then she also has one of these Bambino Mio swimming nappies. We've only got the one because she isn't the sort that would poo her nappy at her age now, and she's more likely to ask to have a nappy put on, and I know her very well, so I don't think we'll need any more than this, and this can be rinsed out and washed as well. One thing that I can't show you that hasn't arrived yet but should arrive either later today or tomorrow is some travel fabric detergent, so we can wash clothes thoroughly and properly and leave them to dry out in the sun on the balcony. The sun is great at bleaching out stains, which is 1+, and also just because all of their clothes are really lovely, if they do get a stain on like a tomatoey sauce one that might stain forever, if I don't wash it straight away. I want to be able to wash that back in our hotel room and save the clothes rather than have to like chuck them because they can't wear them anymore. So that is why I'm taking that, and hopefully it will do the job. As well as all of these, I also have a bib for her here. I've also got another bib in the travel bag that I'm taking as well, but she doesn't really need them most of the time because she's a big girl now, but this is just to save any outfits that are perhaps like white or that sort of thing. Then she is also going to travel in another pair of tan sandals, and then she's got this baby pink pair and a pair of flip-flops. I might take another pair of proper shoes as well, but it just depends on how I feel, but I probably will pack them just in case. Then I also have a very, very, very thin, light sleeping bag just in case, because we don't know what the weather's going to be like just yet. But this should do her well, and she always sleeps in a sleeping bag, so it's just to keep it consistent for her, really. And then over here we have two of those poncho things that I showed before for Bill, and a hooded towel as well for her around the pool because she's used to using those. Then finally here are Daisy's clothes, and first up are her pyjamas. So she's got a pair of shorty little Minnie Mouse pyjamas here, so there's shorts and top, and then there's a little nightie as well, so that will be nice and cool for her. And these are new, so she doesn't know that she's got them yet, and I'm sure she'll be very excited when she sees them. Then over here are like daytime clothes really, so there's like, you know, shorty dungarees, and there's plenty of t-shirts, a romper, some like cheaper summer dresses, shorts, that kind of thing. And then there are also some more rompers here underneath, which I really recommend for young kids because it's like an outfit all in one, and it does them really well when it's nice and warm. And I will probably choose a going home outfit out of these as well. It will probably be the shorts and dungarees with a hoodie that she'll be traveling in on the way there in as well. And then over here I have two light summer cardigans, so a blue one and a baby pink. And then these are her evening dresses basically. So there's some pretty dresses here, there's like a short and t-shirt set, I've got a jumpsuit for her, like there's loads of nice little things to choose from. Daisy loves getting dressed up at night, so I'm sure she'll be really excited to wear things like that when we're away. But yeah, that is all of her clothes, and I've tended to pack an outfit for every evening and then an outfit for every day, just because things do get dirty really quickly and I don't want them to be walking around in dirty clothes and being uncomfortable. Now, one thing I need to mention is that Daisy is obviously still in nappies, so we will be packing those, but we just need to buy a few more actually and head over to our local Aldi and grab a new pack. But we'll be taking around 6 or 7 per day, which I think will be an ample amount, especially because they tend to jump in and out of the pool quite a lot, and you want to make sure that you've got extra just in case. So for the rest of the things for Bill, let's start over here. So I have 2 pairs of short sleeve pyjamas for him. Then in another laundry bag here, I have his underwear and some socks. Admittedly, he does have sandals with him, but I want him to have the option of wearing socks and trainers if he wants to. And then I've also put in an extra spare pair of underpants just in case, so there's 8 pairs there in total. And then with shoes, I have a pair of flip-flops for by the pool and out and about, just so they can get wet or damaged and it doesn't really matter then. And then I have some of these nicer sort of sandals for evenings, which are from Primark actually, and they're really, really lovely, and he loves wearing those. And then he's going to travel in a pair of trainers, so just imagine a pair of trainers as well. And then here's a spare hat here. He has another one in his travel bag with him. And then there are 3 pairs of swim shorts, so these are from Next and H&M, these 2, and I think 3 is ample enough, and we can always rinse them off every night as well and leave them to dry on the balcony so they don't lose their colour and that sort of thing. And then under here is one of these hooded poncho towel type things, and both Bill and Daisy have these, and they are so handy for around the pool because they can sit and cozy up when they're cold and sit in the shade and stuff and walk around and get like an ice lolly if they want one. And I just really rate having them. I think they're so useful. So that's all his swim gear. And then there's also a beach towel. And then before I show you the rest of his clothes, I've also got a hooded jacket here. It's like a zip up one, so he has that. And then he'll also be flying in a hoodie, a comfy pair of joggers and a t-shirt, so that those clothes can be used again if they're still clean. But the weather looks a bit unpredictable while we're away in Mallorca, and I wanted to make sure that the kids weren't cold at any point, so I think this will be a winner just in case. Then this is Bill's half of the case here, and I have basically just shorts and t-shirts. So if you can see, I've got a selection of comfy soft cotton shorts and then some more tailored ones, so they're a bit smarter, that sort of thing. And in total, I think I've packed around 8 pairs of shorts, which might sound excessive, but my kids get dirty very quickly and I don't want to run out of anything. I also then have lots and lots of t-shirts, so let me show you a few of these. So these are Bill's t-shirts, and we've got about 8 t-shirts here, just cotton ones. Some are plain, some are like patterned, some have like cute designs on, like this one. It's an animal one from Tesco, Florence and Fred actually, and there's a range there, so some he can wear during the day, some he can wear in the pool if he wants to protect his skin from the sun, that kind of thing. And I think that is plenty, to be honest. And then as well as that, we have a few shirts just so he can look a little bit dapper in the evening. So he has this geometric dinosaur shirt, which is short sleeved. Then he has a couple of Grandad shirts. So this is a striped one where you can roll and pin the sleeves up. Really like them on him. There's a white one there, and then there's also a denim one. So he's got a few options as to what to wear, and he can't wait to wear this dinosaur shirt in particular. One final thing I thought I should mention is that we are taking 2 separate pushchairs, or strollers depending on what you call them. I'm taking the Graco or Graco, depending on how you say it, Metro, which we've used several times abroad, and we're taking the Cybex Balio's S as well. This one reclines completely flat, so Stanley can use that, and we just felt that this would be more convenient and more compact when travelling with 2 young children rather than taking our massive double. And I am really confident in that decision because I think our double would potentially get damaged, and I really don't want that to happen. And these will be a lot nippier, and we've got a lot of options, so we can take both out with us, or we can just take the one if Daisy wants to walk, and vice versa. So that's what we're taking in terms of baby transport. So that is the end of this video. I hope that you found this really useful. I really love watching videos like these, and it's been on my list to do for a while, and I'm really glad that I've got it done because I can refer back to it next time we go away, which is always a bonus. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I hope this gave you plenty of tips. Don't forget to subscribe if you are new, because I'd love to have you stick around. I really would. And have a lovely day whatever you're up to. See you next time. Bye.